Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this time around it's for the 14.5 ounce 3-wick Honeysuckle and Peach Spritz candle from Bath & Body Works, part of the Spring Garden Infusions collection. The notes on this read honeysuckle blooms, juicy peaches, and orange zest. So yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more on this one when I bought it, but it's just kind of there when it's burning. So yeah, I basically miss the old like wild honeysuckle slash honeysuckle bouquet fragrance they've had out before. And I was hoping it'd be a lot more along those lines of like maybe 50% of that honeysuckle fragrance mixed with 50% of a peach fragrance, but that's not really the case. It's just really similar to vanilla and peach tea, which is also out right now, so it seems very redundant, which seems to be the case with a lot of BBW candles these days, is that they just have a lot of redundant fragrances that I guess are playing it safe. So like if one is successful, they can release a slight variation of that fragrance in a new name with a slight tweak on it. And this seems to be another one of those cases. It just smells a whole lot like vanilla and peach tea. So once again, the fragrance isn't offensive or bad by any means, but it's just very redundant and safe. So basically, what does it smell like? Very much like vanilla and peach tea. If you smell that one, this is just a slight variation on it. I would say maybe just a little less milky and a little less peachy than vanilla and peach tea, but still like a creamy, milky, sweet peach fragrance is what you get from this, which is very much what vanilla and peach tea is. But there's just a very slight, subtle, like, it's not even fully floral. It's like more slightly herbal, and I don't know, just like this slight metallic herbal quality that I guess somewhat evokes honeysuckle, but it's not really at all like their old honeysuckle fragrance that they used to had, and it's actually not very detectable. But there's just a slight, I don't know, different like texture to this fragrance. It just gives it a slight like offness, but I guess that's supposed to be the honeysuckle, but I can't once again really say with confidence that it smells like honeysuckle as I've smelled in many other fragrances. There's just like this slight metallic, almost herbal blossom note chilling in the background, but there's something also very buttery about this, and it kind of reminds me of like buttered pasta that has like herbs on top of it mixed with a bottle or like a drink or like a cup of peach spritz next to it. That's what this really reminds me of. There's something very buttery about it, but the butteriness is also present in vanilla peach tea, so that's why like the comparison is so similar on this, because it's that sort of creamy, milky, buttery peach drink fragrance is what you get from this. But once again, the honeysuckle is just not present enough. I mean, I even like sniff through my old other honeysuckle fragrances, and it's just not quite it. But there's a slight something in the background that gives it a slight like metallic herbal blossom note, vaguely reminiscent of like when jasmine is blooming on a vine, especially like a night blooming jasmine, and you get a subtle like metallic floral quality like wafting through the air. Somewhat like that. I've smelled honeysuckle bushes like intensely. It's not exactly quite what I'm smelling in this either, so I don't really know. It's neither here nor there, but it's like this, just a slight variation or tweak on vanilla and peach tea, and it's basically what this smells like, which is a creamy, sweet, milky peach. In comparison to other peach fragrances, this is not as like effervescent or like aerosol-y or like sparkling as Prosecco and peaches, which that has a little bit more of this like, yeah, effervescent, like almost aerosol synthetic, like really like peach rings type of quality to it. It's not quite that. It's a little bit more creamy and smooth than that. In comparison to Market Peach slash Georgia Peach, it's not as like ripe or plasticky as Market Peach, Georgia Peach. But if I had to compare it to another fragrance that wasn't vanilla peach tea, Peach Prosecco Macron does come to mind in a similar like creamy, slightly buttery peach fragrance. Peach Prosecco Macron is comparable to it, especially the pocket back form, which I actually really enjoyed the pocket back. But I think this is just kind of underwhelming because it comes under the pretense that it's supposed to have honeysuckle in it, but I'm not really getting a whole lot of that. But I guess just as a standalone, pleasant peach fragrance, this does the trick, but misleading as something that's supposed to have honeysuckle blooms in it. So that's kind of my qualm with it. But other than that, it's not a offensive fragrance. It's not a bad fragrance. It's just kind of there and safe and boring and redundant again. But that's just kind of how BBW candles are these days, unfortunately. So that's pretty much it for the fragrance. Let me get into the performance. I believe this is a fourth burn, and it has the core wicks that tend to soot like crazy, especially at the beginning of the burn. A lot of soot was coming off of it, so you have to be very diligent in trimming this. Definitely trim the mushroom tops off when you go to like relight it, and you're kind of good to go there. It tends to then make a mushroom top after that, and then the flame is a little bit controlled, but you can see even in the footage here it is still sooting. So it is one of those core wicks that do soot and burn very hot and vicious, so keep that in mind. As for the throw, very medium. I would say in a smaller bedroom, it's just like a 5 to a 6. You can smell it, it's present, although the very first burn on this was very, very weak. It has picked up over time that it's more like averages like a 5 or a 6 in a bedroom sized area. When I put it in an open concept area, it definitely does get a little bit more lost into like the 3 to 4 range. So I would say anywhere from light to medium is the throw on this fragrance. And that's pretty much it for the performance on this. Overall, like total one and done on this fragrance. It's not bad, but it's just I don't know. I was hoping for more honeysuckle or something a little bit more floral or something more like distinctly like garden party ish, like a pink petal tea cake, sugarberry spritzer type of moment. But that's just not quite what I'm getting here. I would say if you're looking for more of a truly floral peach blend, jasmine and white peach from Homeworks is an excellent floral peach blend. Like you get heaps of a very true, authentic, metallic, like wild jasmine on the vine type of jasmine fragrance is very present in jasmine and white peach. And then you get a different peach note that's a little bit more of like a peach skin, like juicy, ripe peach fragrance that's different from the peaches that you get in BBW. So if you are looking for a more floral, forward, unique, realistic, authentic, just awesome, like floral peach fragrance, jasmine and white peach from Homeworks is the way to go there. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not a brand ambassador. I don't get any kickbacks. It's just genuine enthusiasm and recommendation on that fragrance right there. And that's pretty much it. If you like vanilla and peach tea and just wanted a slight different variation of it, check this out. Otherwise, just keep it moving. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.